Jai Shri Krishna. Today I will discuss about the interlocking of 3 number of relay with inching operation. At first we will need the push button switch and some 3 number of relay, 3 number of NO push button switch, 1 number of emergency switch and relays contact port. At first we will draw control circuit. At first we will take here 24 volt DC and we will connect a wire in emergency stop push button common port and NC port and goes to push button switch number 1, start push button switch, all three are start push button switch, start push button switch number 2, start push button switch number 3, and there is the relay contact number port NC type R2 NC and this is R3 NC. This is R3 NC and R1 NC. This is R1 and R2 NC. This is R1 and R2 NC. Then we will connect a push button switch here, start push button, and the outgoing wire will be connected in R2 and the outgoing connection will be connected in R3. Then connected R1 relay A1 port and A2 will be go 0. In this way, start push button switch number 2 we will connect here R3 and R1 in this way and R2 A1 port and A2 port and goes 0 volt and start push button number 3 R1 that's for R1 and that for R2 NC दोनों 2 will be connected here in series and then R3 A1 port and A2 will be go 0 volt. There is a power circuit 230 volt AC 13 here 230 volt AC R1 that's mean the R1 NO and goes to load R1 load that will be blink or glow any light or any motor, any load, and R2 that's for R2 for NO and N neutral, and R3 for N R3 and R3 load for any other things light, motor, fan, any other thing that can be loaded here. When there is a 24 volt DC present here, the output will be goes here and here will be 24 volt, 24 volt, 24 volt. The forward will be go if we press the start push button only on start push button switch 1, then power will be go here and that is this relay is NC, then power will be go here, this R3 NC contact, then power will be go here and relay R1 will be 1. At that time R1 will be 1, the power will be go here and make the load R1 1. The longer I push the push button switch, the R1 load will be on. If we release the press of the push button switch on, then R1 will be off. Now if we push the push button switch number 2 and hold it, then R2 will be activated. At that time R1 and R3 will be not activated, and that time R2 load will be goes on. When we release, then R2 will be get off and load R2 will be get off. And when we press push button number start push button number 3 only 3, then power will be go here and makes the relay R3 on, and then R3 contact port will be make a contact NC, then R3 load will be on. When we release the push button switch, then power will be off and R3 will be off at that time. In similar way, if we push a push button number 1 at first and then push the start push button 2, then only start push button 1 will be makes the relay on active. The start push button switch 2 will not make the R2 active because this is launching. When this is active, that means R1 is active, the R1 NC port becomes NO. That's why the R2 will be not activated. At that similar way, if we push the push button switch number 2 and then we push a start push button 3, then at first R2 will be activated. When activated, the R2 contact becomes NC. Then the start push button 3 will not make the active of R3 relay. That is why there is interlocking. R2 makes its time here will be break here and do not make the R3 on. In this way 1 and 3, when we press the push button switch PB3 and after that start push button PB1, only one R3 will be activated, R1 will be not activated because there is a interlocking. R3, then R3 will be make here breaks, NO makes here, then the power will be not go and R1 will be not activated at that time. Interlocking is a process. That process can make a huge number of relay or relay contact or make a one time on. One will be activate and other time others are remain deactivate. When push on, this will be activated, other are remain activated, deactivated. When the R1 is on, then R1 only load will be on. Others two are remain deactivated. When R3 is on, then R3 load will activated. Others two R1 and R2 will be not activated at that time. Thank you for showing interest. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.